Hello, hello,
Hello,
and
everyone.
welcome to Talko Bout It Tuesday. I'm so glad that you are here, and I just want to welcome my beautiful co host back from her Alaska trip. This is my gorgeous co host, Glenda with Grace and Fire. How are you
Oh,
doing?
I am so tired with that
And how
cruise.
was your Alaska cruise? Tell us all about
Absolutely
your cruise to Alaska.
fabulous, fabulous. Seeing all that snow and the glaciers and all my friends was just great.
Oh, I'm so envious of your I'm so envious of your trip to Alaska. Getting to see all those whales and the otters and the dolphins and um, the prank that you pulled at the end on the NCL cruise crew, I can't believe you would do such a thing. That's just crazy.
Well, of course, I am a prankster.
Yes, I know all about it. I mean, your mom, your poor mom still hasn't found all of her ducks, and then you go and prank the crew? I
Oh my
mean,
goodness. I'm sure that the people that will clean it up, they'll find them all.
oh yes, I'm sure. Oh, no, we're just having some fun.
Yes, we are.
Uh, Glenda and Sir Grace did not get back until really late last night from the cruise. And so beautiful Rebecca agreed to be my co host tonight. And I just want to thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Rebecca Touched by Yarn. And she's normally in chat doing the moderation. And she is doing moderation for me today as well while we host the show. But we just had to have a little bit of fun and just enjoy um, picking a little bit at Glenda. I see
Oh,
her in
yeah.
the chat. uh, Glenda, I see that you made a comment that you tried logging in. I didn't send you a link for today's um, show because you told me that you would be gone and be getting in too late. And so I made other arrangements. You have the day off. Now, that being said, if you would like to come in and join us, I'd be happy to send you the link. And that would be a lot of
That
fun.
would be so much fun.
So just let me know if that's something that you would like to do. In the meantime, while I wait to find out what you would like to do, let's greet everybody that is in chat. Okay, give me just a second and I will send you that link. Um, for some reason, there's somebody named Rebecca in chat. I don't know who that would be, but you know. Kendra, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. And Ronson, he's actually here. He came here to mow the lawn for us today. I went in and picked him up. And so he's here in the other room right now. And then we have Nancy with our treasure to home. Thank you so much for being here. And the beautiful Glenda from Grace and Fire. Thank you for being here. And anybody that is in the background watching and listening, I appreciate you so much for being here. And let me see. Let me find that link and send that to Glenda real quick. So what have you been up to this last week, Rebecca?
I finished, which I forgot to bring it up. I was going to show it. I finished Mike and Terry MT Homestead's blanket
Mm-hmm.
in 28 days.
Wow. That's impressive.
I get started on something and I just don't want to stop. And somewhat to my detriment, my thumb got swollen and I had to wait an extra day. for 24 hours, I didn't do anything. And trust me, that's not easy for me.
Yeah.
I've always got something in my hand doing something,
Right. Yeah. It's hard to not do anything when you're used to being busy.
Oh, definitely. Yes.
Yeah. So, well, I have sent that link to Glenda, so she should be popping in any moment.
This would be fun.
Yes, it will. It will for sure. For those of you who were here last week with Nancy, I did a very special giveaway. We gave away a little seahorse. Let me get my color back on here. Maybe. Come on, lighting. There we go. We gave away this little seahorse, and actually, Miss Rebecca won this. And it was for a fundraiser at Babby Farms for one of their very special guests that comes to the farm regularly, an autistic child who's been in the hospital in Boise. And Logan had made a donation towards the fundraiser, and in exchange, he was given 2 of those little seahorses. And so I gave one of those away last week, and we'll be giving away the other one today, sometime during the show. So stay tuned for that. There's some sea creature staring at me down here in the basement. Oh my gosh. There's a sea creature.
Oh, there's a sea creature.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
9 ducks on the ship, and I brought back a sea creature.
Oh my gosh, she's so
cute. Orca.
I saw these everywhere, and I thought they were so cute. And I said, Sir Grace, I need a new pet.
That is so cool. I love it.
I think my grand is going to love this. This is her gift. So, I'm trying to be the cool grandma, bringing back cool animals,
Yeah.
So I left 49 ducks on the cruise.
I saw that.
What would not, what goes with Glenda at Grace and Fire? Ducks, and hide them. And we had a ducking good time, I'm just saying.
Those ducks were awesome. Little cows. They were so cute.
And they glow in the dark.
Oh, even better.
So I charged them, and Sir Grace and I took turns hiding them all over the ship. And we left some for the cruise after us.
That is so fun.
Yeah. And we had 2 reported found. We're following it on an app. They did the QR code. It would tell a little bit about the YouTubers of the cruise, because I listed the 3 channels that were in charge of it. And hey, Joey. So it just kind of advertised us, but then more importantly, it was just something fun to, give back, to hide ducks. And I was asked about it too. Someone actually asked me what made me come up with the idea of the ducks being hidden all over the cruise. And I'm like, I hid some baby Jesus and ducks in someone's home. She still hasn't found them all. So we had to have fun,
The thing that's really interesting is I am a very observant person because of things that my father did that made me that way. And if I see something that I hadn't seen there before, it's like, what is that doing there, brother? Like, it's like, please get that gone.
Well, we had fun hiding them. And Miss Rebecca, I hope you kind of noticed, since you're saying observant, I hope you noticed something went on the ship.
Oh, yes, I did. I was like, there's a hat. The hat that I sent her was in Alaska. And I was like, what?
It went all the way to Alaska. And Sir Grace had his too. He just wasn't on camera, but he had his too.
That's
We took them
awesome.
to Alaska. And that probably was the only time that I wore it because the weather was warmer than what we were expecting.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. Yeah. And they said something like they get 70 some odd days of no rain. We were there for 7 of them. 7 days, no rain. And it was warmer.
Awesome.
So yeah, it was glorious. The weather was perfect.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
There was a big concern
Mm.
that I can't remember, it might have been you guys, that an excursion was not going to get to happen because of flooding.
Mm-hmm. So
That
that
didn't happen.
So it was for Mendenhall. If you guys were following in the news, Mendenhall Glacier had flooded. And I had booked an excursion, and so did Lillian Todd. She's a subscriber that went on the cruise as well. And the excursion happened. But we didn't get to go all the way up to Mendenhall because of the fact that the path was underwater, and it wasn't suitable for people to walk on. So we didn't get to walk up to the glacier, but we got pretty close and we got to see it. So yeah, but they said that every year that it floods, they didn't understand why it made the news so big this year because it's a yearly thing. They also said that the glacier is receding, and it's receding 50 feet every year going back. So, hey, baby. So they didn't quite understand why it made the news as big as it did. But it was gorgeous. I got to see it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Didn't get to do the full experience, but you got to go anyway.
We got to get up pretty close to it, and we were actually pretty close to one of the icebergs that had chipped off of it. It was in the lake close by, so we actually got to see part of it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
I think I may have been the only YouTuber that took that particular excursion other than Lillian, who's a subscriber, and of course, Sir Grace was with me. I didn't see anybody else. There's so many excursions that were offered. And my big brother's calling me. Hang on just a second. I got to take this.
Okay. Oh, I'm just so glad that they were able to still do their excursion. I know there was a big concern that wouldn't happen. So, what are you busy working on?
I'm working on the scarf.
Okay, that is beautiful.
Yes.
I love those colors.
It's all on
Absolutely gorgeous.
It's all on one yarn.
Nice. That is gorgeous.
It's just easier so I don't get it all dirty. The person on my live, I showed this. That's the bowl that Todd Laginus, LJ Woodworks, made for me. And this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing for his wife, is making the scarf.
That is beautiful. You sent me a picture of that bowl, and it is really gorgeous.
The bottom of this is like, oh my goodness. Called Curly Walnut.
That's
what that is. And the other white is maple. And I can never remember what the red little stripes are. But she wanted a black and red scarf. And at Hobby Lobby, there we go.
That is
all
so
those different colors in this.
No, you do not get up there, young lady. You know better than that. You know better than that.
That's what BB keeps wanting to do, is walk on over here, and no. No, you don't.
Oh my gosh, I'm forever scolding them for getting up on my computer table and for taking off with my hand towel. Oh my gosh, I put a hand towel up, and by the next morning it's gone. And I hunt it down, and then I've put up a new one, and the next morning it's gone.
In fact, Auntie Jan, he asked me to make her a hat, and it's going to be the same yarn.
Very cool. And welcome in, Auntie Jan. And I love the name of your new channel. And when you're ready, let me know. And I would love to do an interview with you and introduce your new channel, and so that people are aware of what you do and what you're going to be showing, and so that we can come and subscribe.
I'm already subscribed to her.
Well, that would definitely help get the name out so that others can come and follow and know that she is now putting content out there. No, you may not chew up the bag. That is not for you. No. Oh my gosh. They say that a 4 and 5 month old kitten is the worst terror. And believe me, I will be glad when they're all 6 months and older or gone. Rehomed, I should say. Oh gosh.
It has, I haven't let this out, but we were working on the floor in my kitchen, and Gigi's gone. She got out.
Oh no.
We have seen her, but every time we try I call her, she hasn't been here for about at our place. A friend was outside and she ran off.
Oh
so
no.
We don't have Gigi anymore.
How long has she been gone?
3 weeks. She was in the backyard. I was trying to get her. You know, I seen her out there, and I'd go outside, and then she'd hide. Yeah.
Well, don't give up. Don't give up.
I'm not.
There's tricks to getting them back, and
well, when she came to this house, she had never, as a kitten, she had never gotten outside, and she crawled under. You know, she went through the floor, and then somehow, you know, underneath the.
Right now, she's probably scared.
Yes.
And she needs something familiar, something that she knows.
Okay.
That she can come to. And especially, is she more bonded to you or to Ronald?
Ronald.
Okay. She needs something that smells like Ronald. Okay. Close to the house. And so that she can come to that and know that that's home. And if she's more bonded to him, he needs to be the one to go and sit quietly and talk to her. And especially at night, or towards evening, because they are nocturnal. And she might feel more secure under the cover of night.
We've got a couple of cats that are outside that I don't know. They're not our cats. It's a mother calico and her kitten.
Okay. And if
I haven't seen them in a while.
If the mom is anywhere near and being protective of her baby, I've seen it with the kittens and the cats here. Mama is going to be extremely protective and maybe keeping Gigi away.
Okay.
And so if she's mostly bonded to Ronald, then Ronald needs to be the one to be out there calling her softly and putting something out there that she's familiar with, that she can come to and know that, hey, this is safe, this is home. Because right now she's scared.
Yeah, she certainly is.
If he goes out there with some wet food and he sees her and puts it out near her, then she'll know that he's safe and that's a safe place to come and get food. But don't leave it. I wouldn't leave it out there necessarily because that'll draw all the other animals.
See what I can do. I know that usually when she's scared,
I'm so sorry.
when she's scared, I call her, Kiki, run up, softest, gentle person. Our gray cat has been gone for about 3 weeks.
Oh,
yeah. So
thank you for doing that.
You hadn't seen this, had you?
That's beautiful, Rebecca. Hey, Auntie Jan. That's beautiful.
All right.
This is perfect. Sunday, of course, when I had my live, this scarf is in trade for this yarn bowl.
Oh.
That was made by his channel comes up as Todd Ladgeness, but he calls it LJ Woodworks.
Oh.
Woodworks and stuff, and he made that bowl for me and said he wanted a scarf for
baby girl
for his wife, so that's what I'm doing here.
That's beautiful. I love handmade bowls. Sir Grace made one. Let me grab it. I'll show you.
Silence, and all of a sudden you guys are like blaring in my ears.
No, oh, it's right here because it's right next to me. I didn't even have to get up. Sheesh. There's the one that
what's the matter, sweetie?
Oh wow!
And I
breathing way too hard. What's wrong? What's wrong, Momo?
I told Sir Grace, I said what I would like for him to do.
That looks like cedar.
I'm not sure what wood it is. It's something that Jesse had given Sir Grace.
Oh, okay.
Momo, what's wrong?
So I told him, I said I'd like for maybe the next one he does to like hollow out right here and then put a magnet like inside it. So that way when I do this, I can pick up all my needles or the little clip.
Here, sweetie.
Because there's metal on the clips.
Yeah.
So if there was like a little magnet on the inside, it could pick it up. So that's what I asked him to do for the next one. But I love it. It's so pretty, and I use it.
Yes, Todd is so talented.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that bowl is so beautiful.
Yeah, it is. He did a good job. And then Sir Grace did this one too. This is an ink pen holder.
That is so cool.
Let's see. So here's an ink pen, and you just set it like down in there.
And
then that is walnut.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So
I should get that piece of rosewood that I have from my mom's rose.
Yeah.
Show that to you.
Yeah. Is it thick or is it is it a real thick?
It comes up like this, and then it has these two pieces that stick out at the bottom. Yeah, it's really neat. It's like this, and then it has two pieces that branch out on either way. You could almost use it like a picture stand. It has one little peg that sticks out in the back so that it rests. It is the most fascinating piece of root that I've ever seen. And it come from my mom's rose.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How cool. How cool. That's
I have some things that I had made from the silver maple tree that was in our front yard when my mom had that taken down. Had a corner base made to put my corner bathroom sink on, and I didn't want doors or it closed up. I wanted it left open. So when I took that log up to the Amish, they milled it
Yeah.
And then some other person was going to make it, and he was just so busy he couldn't do it. So I took that lumber back and had someone else make it.
What did they make with it?
Safely get to it.
It's a base in my bathroom that holds the sink.
Oh, it's actually the okay. It's like the pedestal that holds it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And then Jerry made Ronald and I sent him a piece of that wood.
Mm-hmm.
He made Ronald and I a pen and pencil set. So I have that. And then I had, he made I've got another crochet hook that you can change the hooks that he made, one that's shorter than this.
Yep.
From that wood also.
Nice. Yes, Esther Grace has made me crochet hooks. I love them. I like them because they're so personal to my hands, and it makes crocheting a lot easier.
I thought it had pegs. I guess I haven't looked at it in a while. I have my piece of wood. Ronson went and got it for me. I forgot what it actually looked like, but this is the piece of wood.
Aww. I would use that for a picture frame. I wouldn't do anything to that. That's so cool.
But when it sits flat,
mm-hmm.
it's too sloped.
Oh.
And it slopes forward too much. So it's got to have something done to it to make it
to straighten it up a little bit.
Make it work, unless I lay it like this and do something with it.
That's what I was thinking.
It is the most fascinating piece of rosewood.
Yeah.
And I want to do something with it because it was from my mom's rose. And I'm not sure what to do with it. And we don't have the tools or the knowledge to make something beautiful out of it. And I want it done right. Because this is the only shot we have at it.
Right.
And it's lost almost all of its moisture because there's not much weight to it.
Yeah. So the other thought I had is maybe you could put it in some acrylic. If you could find some kind of like a mold that would fit that, and then pour acrylic in it. The key to that, though, is that you don't want to pour all of the acrylic at once. You'll do real thin layers and then take a lighter and pop all the balloons, unless you can find somebody who has a pressure pot who can pour it all in and put it in the pressure pot and then suck all the bubbles out of it. That would be an option. And then they could, you could put it into something. But I would look at molds, maybe take that in and try different molds too, if you're going to go down the acrylic line to try to straighten that up.
Could Sir Grace make something beautiful out of this for me?
I'll have to ask him. I'll go back and I'll talk to him. I know that he doesn't have any molds right now that would work with that. I want something out of this because it is so precious to me. Yeah.
But I don't know what to do with it, how to save the integrity of it. And,
the other thought
it's so unique. So unique. And it does have saw marks right here.
Yeah, you'd want to leave
and a little bit right here.
You could almost have that turned into like, if it was clear, pour that in, get a big, it's going to be pricey because I'm looking at the acrylic and I'm thinking like how deep that is. It'd be kind of pricey to do it, but pour it in and then maybe make like a vase out of it, or a vase. I would think like a vase because I would keep it up and then you could put flowers in it. Do you know what I mean? Like if it had a center and then because it's a rose, it'd be pretty, like we're calling that rosewood. And then, but it would be a pricey thing to do.
Yeah.
Very, very pricey. But then if it had it like a drill down the middle of it, you could use it to put, get some.
Well, even if some other wood was added to it, to help fill it in or something.
I would leave it just like that. If it were me, and that's such a thing, personally, I would want that to be shining. I wouldn't add any wood to it. You could, but my thought with it, since that's such a precious thing to you, I wouldn't add anything to it. I would leave it clear and then let that be the shining. Or you could do clear and add like gold flake shavings or silver flake shavings.
You know what? I think I don't know how I would ever ship it with this, but I think I still have one rose from the bouquet that was at my mama's memorial service that could be added like in this area
at the base of it.
At the base of it.
And then suck the air out of it. I know Sir Grace would be very careful with it. It'd be also concerning just to make sure he'd probably have to do a prototype first just to make sure he's comfortable with it. But that might work if it's dried out. But I'm thinking a vase would be really cool, like a chunky vase. And then I would use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, or put like a flower down in there, and even if it's a fake one, just a pretty.
Right now, I've been just setting it on the shelf like this, in between books or vase, or not vases, but flower pots and things like that. Just using it as a knick-knack like this.
Yeah.
But
I'll talk to him. I'll run it by him. Thanks. I know that it's such a precious thing. I know he'd be like, ooh, I don't want to mess that up, knowing how precious that is.
I mean, you'd be surprised at how sturdy this wood is.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. With it being dried out, it'd be okay for acrylic.
Yeah.
And that would be what I would do with it. But that's such a precious thing. So that's my thought with that one. But I'll run it by him and see what he thinks. I'll pull it up and I'll show it to him.
Okay.
And see what he thinks.
I wouldn't trust just anybody with it, but I would definitely trust Sir Grace.
Well, I'll talk to him about it. It's kind of pricey. The acrylic is where it's at with all of that. I'm thinking, no joke, somewhere between $75 and $100 for the acrylic.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like $300 or $400, and I'm like, I could make payments. 75 or 100 isn't much.
And that's
not to save this.
Right. That's just the acrylic, but the rest of it, is just, But I'll have to run it by him and see what he thinks. It would have to be one of those things. It takes time to do too, because you'd have to set it and then it has to cure for a little bit. You want the acrylic.
I've had this for a few years, just sitting on the shelf. I wouldn't be in any hurry.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll run it by him, see what he has to say. Yeah. Yeah. He's pretty good at things. He made so people on the cruise, a lot of them had gotten some of his artwork. He took some with him. He took pins and money hiders. Although one of the girls, Beth from BNS Odyssey, she won a money hider, and she said, look what I did with it. And she put toothpicks in her money hider. I'm like, that's such a good idea, because you could stick all these toothpicks in and keep it on your keychain and have toothpicks like you're out and about. That's such a good idea.
That is really cool.
Yeah, she had hers with her on the cruise. I thought that was so neat. And then he gave our steward some of his creations as a way of saying thank you for taking such good care of our room.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought that was really cool. But he loves turning things. He really just genuinely does. And I like seeing what
that's
he does.
neat.
Yeah.
I love to watch people on YouTube making different things.
I have a video of him on my channel. It's kind of way back. He made a crochet hook for Alicia at Country Mama Musings.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'll have to check that out.
It's way back there in the videos, but you won't actually see him. You'll see his hands and hear him talking. But yeah, so he likes it. He's thinking on doing a channel. He goes back and forth on it. So
I think he should.
Yeah, I think so too.
You don't have to show yourself.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just do the
Don't.
hands.
Yeah. In fact, you don't even really have to talk.
No, a lot of people who turn on YouTube don't talk because we watch a lot of different content creators in that field. And a lot of them don't talk. They just show their work. And it's really interesting to watch. You
It
get
is.
some really wild pieces of wood, and to see what it ends up becoming is a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. I love to see people that take the crotch
Yeah.
of the tree
Yeah.
that looks like, oh, how could you ever make anything beautiful out of that?
Mm-hmm.
And next thing you know, they have turned it and used a little acrylic to fill in places.
Yeah.
And it turns out to be the absolute most gorgeous piece of art you could ever imagine. And you think about that, and you think about the most ugly person,
Yeah.
and how God can turn them into the most beautiful masterpiece of a person, of a human being.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well,
And
beauty from ashes is the old saying.
absolutely.
So I got a question for you, Glenda.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing they had somewhere on the ship that Grace's dog could go to the bathroom.
Stay tuned. There'll be a video on that one.
I'm like, how do they do this? With these
Yep. So I'm not going to give away
dogs.
I'm not going to give away any details.
Oh, that's okay. It just
there's a video coming. And what I will say is that his service dog organization, there are people from the organization that have service dogs that are curious too. So I told them I told them I have a YouTube channel, and I said I actually filmed it. I was working on it right before I came up here. So it's going to take me a little bit of time, but it's going to be a video on all things service dogs on the cruise, what you need to know, what steps. Yeah. So, and we learned a lot too. So I don't want to give away too much. So stay tuned.
Yeah, that's okay. It's just kind of like, what? How did it?
I think this is awesome because you're going to open up doors for people who do have service animals.
Yeah.
And, I think about people with the service ponies, because service pony is absolutely a real thing. Can you imagine going into stores or going on cruises with a service pony?
Well, ADA will only recognize on a cruise the dogs. So just a heads up. That's the only ones. So I'll share that piece of information. But yeah, there's
what about that one guy that was on a show that showed this horse that he had to have something that big because he was a big man.
Yeah,
he couldn't do a dog.
That's up to well, that goes back into our government and the way that the law reads out. Because it's service dogs is what's recognized. There are big dogs. I'm going to kind of come on to a different subject a little bit on this one. So there are bigger dogs. So when Sir Grace was down training with his current dog, there was was it a Burmese mountain dog? It was a bigger dog. I mean, a big dog, tall one, right? And so he said, because this dog towers his dog. Okay. You just kind of understand that. And Sir Grace actually piped up and said, that's a big dog. And so what was said is that was for a taller person, a little bit more bigger, doing the mobility component. So it was being assigned to somebody bigger. So they do use bigger dogs for that mobility part. Yeah. I love ponies. Please don't get me wrong. I love taking care of animals. In fact, I have a farm that I'm going to be taking care of. So I hope I don't come off in a wrong way.
You think about something for a horse to walk on tile. They're going to have something on their hooves.
They do make special shoes.
Yeah.
Logan is a farrier. He's not a licensed farrier, but he is a farrier. And so I've learned a lot about different shoes and things like that. There are so many different styles of shoes, and they're coming out with new types of shoes all the time. There are shoes for traction.
Oh. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's really interesting what animals get too. You know what I mean? The different things that they make for them. And I don't know. One thing that we did take with us for the cruise that we didn't need was a rain jacket. We had the most beautiful weather, and the dog didn't need to use the rain jacket at all. I bought him one for this cruise. And I'm like, I'm going to make sure he has his own little rain jacket.
Moana, are you okay?
Nice and dry, which I'm not.
Did they have other service animals on there also?
Nope. Just Sir Grace's puppers is the only one. Yeah. It is a lot. What I'll say is I imported a dog many years ago from England. She was born in England. She was born in a rabies-free country. And the steps with that were I would say it was easy to import that dog from England. Mm-hmm. But they have since changed the laws, and it's a lot more stricter now. And you want to pay attention to detail when taking a dog on a cruise. Part of our trip went into Alaska, so we had to abide by international law as well. So it's not just the United States. But what I found was the United States was much more stricter than Canada. So I had to have different paperwork for different countries. Yeah. So you really have to be attentive and read everything and have a veterinarian that knows the laws and knows how to do the correct paperwork. So I'll just share that little nugget, but we would do it again. And I know other people who bring their service dogs. And in fact, I was talking to a girl today who did a Disney cruise and suggested a Disney cruise. And I'm like, maybe that might be a thing, because cruising's our thing now. We love cruising. It didn't offend me. Hey, I'm telling you, ladies, it did not offend me. Taking my plate, going down and looking at all the different food, didn't have to cook any of it, and go, I'll try a little of this. I'll try a little of that. And that looks good. I was at Costco earlier today, and I looked over at Sir Grace, and I'm like, I think I want some ice cream. And he goes, well, go get you some. I said, no, because I have to pay for it. When I was on the cruise, I just went, I want some ice cream. Let me just get a scoop of ice cream. So I got a little bit spoiled. And then having somebody come in and clean the cabin and change our sheets halfway through the week, I'm just saying I got a little bit spoiled.
Was it this morning or yesterday, with all this cruise talk on everybody's channel, just either yesterday or today, I saw, now you do know that North Idaho is one of the only inland seaports in the country. We have an inland seaport in North Idaho, but we are landlocked. So in North Idaho, you can take a boat or ship directly to the ocean.
Nice. Yeah, because of Snake River.
No, the Snake River's in southern Idaho.
Oh, you're talking about northern. Okay.
Yeah. In North Idaho, it's a oh gosh, I can't remember all the terminology, but there is a water highway from North Idaho down the Columbia to the Pacific Ocean.
Okay.
Very, very busy water highway. And I just now found out you can take a cruise from North Idaho to the ocean and back.
Yeah. You should.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, you should do it.
I thought I might look into it. I thought, wow, I have lived in Idaho almost my entire life, minus 6 or 7 years of my life. I have lived in Idaho, and I have never been to northern Idaho.
Oh, you should go.
because it's like a really long drive
Mhm.
through mountains to get there.
Mhm.
And we just have never been able to go.
Yeah.
And so I thought, wouldn't that be so cool? We want to go to the Modern Homesteaders Conference next June
Oh, yeah.
in Coeur d'Alene. And wouldn't that be so cool if it's not too terribly expensive? If we could save and start prepaying for all of this,
Mhm.
if we could just go to the conference, and then as soon as the conference is over, just take a little cruise and then come back home.
I think that would be awesome. I genuinely do. Speaking of finding out things, I've lived here in Indiana for a long time. And on my flight to Seattle, I was talking to a couple that flew to Pennsylvania, got on a smaller cruise, and came all the way down the Ohio River. I have lived here for years and years and years and years, and I didn't know there was cruising on the Ohio River. And they were telling me that there's a professor that will tell you about each of the areas, a little bit more like there's a place called Rose Island. And I asked them, I said, did they go into Rose Island and how that it flooded? But before that, it was a huge, there was a beautiful hotel that people would take a boat to get to. And there was a not teddy bear, but a brown bear that was locked up in a cage, so you could see this bear there, and then there was a swimming pool and all the things. And she goes, "Yeah, I actually seem to remember something about that." And so just the fact that they talked about some of the different areas along the Ohio River, I thought that was really fascinating. And she did tell me, she goes, "That's an old people's cruise." And she said, "You're kind of on the younger end and you may not like it." And I said, "Well, what was so like old people cruise? How do you define that?" And she said, "Well, there's not a lot of partying on the cruise." And I went, "Sign this girl up.
I don't care. I don't want to party.
I want to go. I want to be on the old people cruise." So,
hey, Charles, welcome in. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Charles.
So I'm going to look into that. I think, just
Yeah.
I'll do the old people cruise.
I would rather an old people's cruise. I don't want a bunch of partying around me.
Yeah. I mean, there was, this one that we just took was the right amount. It was, for us. But we didn't have 20-year-olds, just like in the club. Although there was dancing. And there is a short that will be dropped and you'll see me dancing. But kind of. I'm holding us like this, and you'll see my head like this. But it'll drop.
An illusion.
just kind of go with it. But so I think I enjoyed it. I don't think I could do a carnival cruise if there's a lot of drinking and partying. That's just not who I am. But I would say, what's interesting is how many channels had gone, and we did have a few subscribers. I didn't see hardly everybody. I mean, there were several people on the cruise, like Miss Ann was on the cruise. I saw her twice on the cruise. I saw her.
Did you get to wash her?
On the first day that when she got into Seattle. So this was not on the cruise. This is in Seattle. And I said, "Well, I've got my Dove body soap upstairs. I guess I need to come down and give you a good wash." And gave her a hug. Let me tell you, what you see, Miss Ann, on TV, on YouTube, is exactly what you get in person. Exactly.
That's awesome.
Precious as they come. Sweet. But I didn't get to see her a whole lot. I mean, and then
well, she did have her family with her too.
Well, let me put it this way. I didn't get to see Jesse and Lisa a whole lot either. They were on the cruise. This boat was so big.
It was a floating city.
Yeah. We did
Welcome in, Templin Acres.
Hi, Templin.
There were people asking if we came out of our rooms, and I'm like, the only night that I didn't come out of my room was the night that I ordered room service for pizza because I couldn't get out of bed. I was watching Reagan the movie, and I fell asleep. I don't even know the ending of it, so don't tell me if you watch the movie how it ends. But that was my only Well, I think he died, but anyhow, it was President Reagan. And so I was watching that and I didn't get to finish it. That was the only night that I stayed in. The only night. Several of us were just like out. Let's see, who was telling me? It was Tony from Creekside Chronicles. He said there were days that he would walk the ship trying to find people. And he couldn't find people. Like from our group. That's what was like so like shocking, I think, to all of us, was how big that was. And then Tony had said that we found out, well, according to online, it says you can't bring walkie-talkies. And he brought that up to one of the people that works the ship. And she said, oh, no, you can. You just can't be on the same signal. So we're like, next time, let's take walkie-talkies, keep it in our room. So we can, keep up with everybody. Hey, we're going out for dinner. What are you doing? Because you can't really text.
Really quick, I need to talk to Charles for a second.
Oh, go ahead.
Which cat are you talking about? Because I've got almost 30 cats. I don't know which one you're wanting to know about.
Your cat, any cat.
Pick a cat, any cat. Right now, I've got one I'm really keeping an eye on because she's not been breathing properly for about the last 30 minutes.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yay, cat.
Yeah. She's not. She was spayed last Thursday, and I've been watching her. She's been real lovey and everything, and she's been just like gangbusters, playing and carrying on. But I've been watching her incision, and it's been kind of iffy. And now when we sat down to do the live, all of a sudden she started breathing really funny. And now she's laying here sleeping, but even now her breathing is kind of rapid. And that's just really unusual for her. One of the mamas got attacked by one of the residents, and her eye got punctured somewhere near her eye. So she's been squinty, walking around like a pirate for a couple days. And so I'm watching that. Joey is food possessive and rude to everybody else. He's the one that I had the hardest time getting to gain weight. And it don't matter if he's hungry or not. If you put fresh food out, he will find the food dish he decides he wants to nibble at and keep everybody else away. Star is in there asleep on the bathroom floor. I can see her. She's doing good. I've got the last 4 babies going in to be spayed this Thursday. And I will have one big girl to go. But I'm not taking her until I have a full connection and can handle her. And she's not a problem because there's no intact males in the house, and she has no desire to go outside. So, and she doesn't come into heat. So I'm not worried about her.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Is it a possibility that she's fixed?
No, she was born here on the property. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Barry, welcome in. Glad you're here. Yeah, no, she's definitely not fixed. She is in middle May, June, July, August. She is 15 and a half months old, and she was born right here.
Wow. Middle
of May. She was born outside. But she came in the house when she was October, November, December, January. She was about 7-8 months old when she came in the house, and she was not pregnant at that time. Her 2 sisters escaped and got pregnant, and her other sister has been spayed. And the 3 moms have been spayed. So, yeah, she's the only one. She's been in heat when she was younger, before she turned a year. But she hasn't been in heat since. So, I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I'm glad she doesn't come in heat.
Hey, Barry.
Oh, Templin, that's great. I'm glad you're able to get them spayed and neutered. Do they have reduced fees, or do they just do the feral cats for free as a population control? Because they used to have community cat program here in Caldwell, and they did away with it a few years back. And
I know that we had a community cat where you could bring them in live bait traps and you wouldn't have to pay, but now they're having you pay $25.
it is $60 per female, and then $5 if you want them to have extra pain meds, and then $30 for males, and again $5 if you want them to have the extra pain meds. If they're cryptorchid, then it's $60 and up, depending on how bad how in depth the surgery is to do the cryptorchid surgery. So
I know there was one time my mom got this Pomeranian that he was a cryptorchid, and it's pretty.
it's intense surgery for the poor little
It is
guys.
very intense surgery, and getting him fixed, but they were able to.
Yeah.
We have it here too, and I was just reading up on what the cost is, and you get a $50 discount. It's not $50. You get a $50 discount on the spay and neuter surgeries. Yeah, and it's just basically a voucher that's good for 30 days.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know what the actual cost is.
Probably depends on the vet that you choose.
Yeah, it's just a $50 discount is all you get. So $50 to do the surgery, I'm thinking, is a lot cheaper than what we've got in our area, because I'm thinking it's a lot more than that.
Well, I see that Templin said that their reduced fee is $85 for a neuter and $125 for a spay.
Yeah.
I can go to my personal private vet and have a female is either 85 or 90 normal price at my vet, and a male is 60, I think, for a cat.
Okay, so here's the prices. I've got it. So it's 90 for a neuter, 100 for a spay, and say that crypt orchid.
Crypt orchid
is $60 if inguinal and $80 if abdominal. If in heat, an extra $15. If pregnant, $35. So that's the cost of the surgery.
Wow. And then the voucher reduces it by 50?
No, that's
after the reduction.
That's after the reduction.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's
I've had 2 of my males done at our regular vet, just because one of the males was showing interest in Darla, who's the one that I'm not too concerned about getting spayed right away. And I needed to make sure that the older boys were done, and I couldn't get them into Pet Haven right away, because you have to schedule out when they have appointments available. And because I needed them done right now, I went ahead and scheduled them with my regular vet and paid the additional fee to get them done immediately. So I had 2 of them done at the regular vet, and then I've done all of the others through Pet Haven. And it's costly when you add it all up, but I am listening to all these other people tell me their fees, even at the reduced cost clinics. And I'm thinking, wow, am I blessed?
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
so blessed.
You certainly are.
Yeah, I would say so, because the prices here are much more.
Well, even at our regular vet, to have had to pay regular vet prices, I am blessed, because regular prices there are the same as the neuter for reduced price for Templin. And that's for a spay.
Yeah.
And I follow a channel in Texas that has a sanctuary, and they are constantly on the cat distribution system, the dog distribution system, and they're always taking animals in to be spayed and neutered. And their reduced cost programs, $195 for a spay. That's the reduced price.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. For $195, I can have 3 females spayed, and each one of them get a extra pain injection to get them over the hump for that first 24 hours. That's 3 females, 3 pain injections for $195.
Well, how much does it cost just for a regular vet appointment, just to take your cat in?
At my vet, I can take one animal, and I think it's $50 or $60.
Yeah.
If I take multiple pets, I think when I took the bunch of kittens in when they were really sick, it was $65.
Okay.
And they have like a set fee for one, and then they charge an additional $15 for multiple pets. And you can take as many multiples as you need to. And then they charge you per for any medication.
Right.
That needs to be administered.
Right. That's actually about right. For ours, if you don't see the veterinarian, it's $50. And if you do see the veterinarian, because you can take your animal in and they'll do the vaccines for you without seeing the vet, or you got to talk about certain things, like with your vet. So it's about $50. And then to see the vet, it's $65 to see the vet.
So we always see the vet when we go in. We've never had to not see the vet. It's always seeing a vet. And it's $50 or $60 for an office call. And you can take however many animals you need to take.
Right.
Small animals. They just have it's like a $15 charge for additional animals.
That's not bad.
Yeah, they are an incredible clinic. We have to drive a distance because we live in Caldwell, and our vet is in New Plymouth, and New Plymouth is about 25 minutes away.
Yeah.
And we have to go back roads to get to it. But, we take Highway 30 to get to it.
Right.
But it's worth it to take that drive to go there.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to going to these big city vets, because the big city vets are going to charge you a lot more.
Oh, easily. I mean, now ours is just in a smaller city. I mean, we're in Cityville, but if you go to a specialist, like the dog that we have, he has an ophthalmologist. Of course, he has insurance. So the VA pays insurance. So I don't pay for, you know what I mean? It doesn't come out of my pocket because it comes out of the insurance that the VA's paying for. Just to walk in to see an ophthalmologist, it's $300 just to walk in the door.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So he does because he is a service dog. We are making sure that he gets all of the care that he needs. And vision is one of them that we need to make sure that we stay up on because of what he actually provides for my husband.
Mhm.
He now has age-related cataracts, but his are not very bad. But she said, like, if he was a guide dog, she'd retire him.
Mhm.
But because of where he's at with his vision, he can still see quite a bit. It's just like a little haze, but no change in the last 3 years. So
Wow, that's great.
I was told, now we have not actually paid for this, okay, but I had another dog, and I was debating on taking her to a cardiologist because she had a heart problem, and they told me just to walk in the door with that one was $500 to see the cardiologist. And so we didn't have insurance with her. And honestly, we don't have $500 laying around, just like, hey, if I had $500, let me tell you, I'd be doing something different with it. But we just treated her with her primary care, and medicine until it was time to put her down. But
Right.
I did look into it. But yeah, these specialties are super expensive.
Yeah.
Super expensive.
My brother had abdominal aortic aneurysm checked.
Mm. Yeah.
The copay for that one was $100 and something, and because he hadn't been doing anything, the one for his echo, we're going to have to make payments because it was over $500.
Oh my word.
I was like, yeah, there's no way I can.
What? Oh my gosh.
Pay
Oh,
that.
that is unbelievable.
For someone that's on disability, yeah, we're just gonna have to make payments. I was like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
this is more preventive because he doesn't have any. They found nothing. We haven't even heard the test results yet for that
Wow.
one.
Has he already had it done?
Yes, he has.
Oh man.
So yeah, we're going to be making payments on it. It's like there's nothing I can do.
No, that's crazy.
It is.
That's as much. I mean, like the thing about the dog going in, like that's the same amount. That's just like, who thinks people have this money sitting around? I mean,
Yeah.
I was like, oh my goodness.
It's crazy. It's a racket.
Yeah.
It's an absolute racket.
Yeah, I agree.
Insurance is a racket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Does he have Medicare and Medicaid?
He has Medicare and then a supplement.
Okay. And
I just heard him.
so does his supplement pick up any of the cost of that?
Part of it, but his copay was a little over $500. I was like, you're kidding me.
Would he qualify for an Advantage plan instead of
he makes that decision for himself.
The other thought I had, Rebecca, I don't know if it's in your area, but their hospitals have like a low income program. So when your bill comes through, reach out to the financial aid department and request for financial assistance. And sometimes they'll knock that like way down because they do get like certain hospitals, at least in our area, they're a nonprofit, so they get money in like to help out with people that are low income. And I do know someone very close to me that has done that and pretty much got it almost to zero. So I'm wondering if you could, or if he could, he may have to reach out.
We'll check into it. How did it get this? And it's okay. The dogs are fine.
Yeah, I would look into that because that's ridiculous. $500 for that.
Absolutely.
After both the insurance is covering it.
They have hardship programs.
That's what I'm referring to. It's hardship.
Yeah.
When I broke this wrist, I had no insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother, basically, I lived with my mom and took care of her and Ronald. And they said, I filled it out, and Mom wrote a letter saying, I'm not paying my daughter's bill. So it was completely gone. I never had to pay anything.
I'd look into that for Ronald if it were me.
I certainly probably will.
Yeah, just because that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money,
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not like he's how do I say this? He doesn't have gainful employment, right? No. And he is disabled. I'm trying to think of the right words on saying that. It's not like he's out there making a ton of money and can afford that.
Right.
This is a situation like that. This is really a hardship.
It is.
Situation. Yeah, I would look into it for sure. Reach out to the hospital once that bill comes in. That's actually what the person closest to me did, and they had to wait for the bill to come in hand.
Yeah.
And once it cleared the insurance, let them get all the insurance money that they can out of it first.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. But well, ladies, I need to get off here. Sir Grace is hungry, so I'm going to have to scooch.
Okay. All right.
I've gotten the message, what's for dinner? So we're not on the ship anymore, so now I have to go down there and cook. So I'm really I got to get back to being a normal person, and I enjoyed not being a normal person.
It was a nice break, right?
It was a wonderful break. You just take your plate. Sir Grace goes, what do we eat? I don't know. Grab your plate, walk it down. Let's find out what they got. So now this girl's got to get back to real life, real issues. So
Darn it.
Darn it. It was nice catching up with you guys.
Yes, it was. It was very nice.
So, and I will be going live on Saturday, so at 4:45 Eastern. So I hope everybody comes on over and says hello. So,
all right,
I'll be there.
Awesome. Well, you guys have a wonderful day.
All right, you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. That was fun.
That was.
Oh,
hello.
That was a nice, pleasant surprise. I didn't expect that. So, anyway, well, I had intended to give away that seahorse, and we have only 3 people in chat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Only 3.
Only 3.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, I'm wondering if I should just hold on to it till next week.
Okay.
I think I will. Unless we get an explosion of people in the next few minutes. So,
I think I would.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have incredible odds, those that are here, but kind of like to give more
and
people.
I wasn't going to put my name in because I've already got one coming.
Right. Yeah. So we'll hold on to that till next week. But, and this is just a special giveaway. This is not the normal monthly giveaway. This is in addition to the normal monthly giveaway that we do here on Talko Bout It Tuesday. So you still have that opportunity. Oh. So what have you got planned for the week?
Friday, we Ronald and I get a senior box, and Friday is the 5th, and that's when you can start getting them. So Friday I'll be going to the pantry, and getting my groceries and and then the senior boxes for Ronald and myself,
Okay.
and stuff like that. And trying to think. Don't think we're. I'm gonna probably get Wednesday. We'll go into town because of the farmers market.
I get extra help from the state on my medical coverage for drugs.
Oh, okay.
I'm on extra help.
Yeah.
So that really helps out because I stuck with Humana. They had one that was better than Humana, but I thought about the rigmarole I'd have to go through if I switched from Humana to somebody else. I'd have to get my doctors recertified. I'd have to go through the rigmarole of putting that card out there. And I said, no, I'm not going for it. I just thought that in my head and said, no, I'm not going for it because it's such a hassle.
Yeah, it can be, definitely.
Even though it's lower co-pays and other stuff, it just wasn't worth it. Because of all the hassle you'd have to go through reevaluating your doctors and everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, well, I am hoping to have time tomorrow to get a video done for Thursday, and maybe I'll actually show up to my own premiere.
The first time that I did a premiere, I wasn't there. I didn't know how to get into it, and then get back to my very first live. Yeah, I haven't done another premiere.
I felt so silly. I was just going about my business last week, and I had an appointment at 11 o'clock, and I knew that I thought, okay, well, if I set the premiere for 1 o'clock, I should be done, and I should be able to get back home and be there for the premiere. And well, my morning went haywire, so I didn't get a chance to eat before my appointment. And I thought, okay, I'll grab something real quick after my appointment and eat, and I'll hurry up and get home. And well, by the time my appointment was over and I ate, I totally forgot I even had a premiere going. And about 2 o'clock, I'm like, oh no, I've got a premiere today. I got to hurry up and get home. And so I got home and I ran into the bathroom to go to the bathroom and come in here to get the computer up. And while I was sitting in the bathroom, I was like, oh no, the premiere was at 1 o'clock, not 3 o'clock.
Well, I was there. Like, okay, we're just going to talk to people, and Armin's not here.
I felt so silly. I felt so silly for. Oh, it was one of those weeks last week. But I have this week, this Thursday, taking the last 4 kittens in to be spayed, and no more Thursday mornings to be up and out of the house by 7 o'clock. And so everything should slow down. I hope. And then I should be able to get back into a rhythm of things and be available for my own premieres and lives and all that jazz.
Goodness.
So, but I do hope to have a video out for you guys on Thursday and actually be there for my own premiere, whether it ends up being Thursday or Friday. It'll be either Thursday or Friday that I will have a premiere at 1 o'clock, not 3 o'clock. Hopefully. If it doesn't show up at 1 o'clock, it will be 3 o'clock. It'll be one of those 2 times, either Thursday or Friday. And then
I bet everybody's wondering what Ronald's doing. Can you hear what you can't hear anything?
No, I can't, but then I'm hard of hearing also. So.
Oh, okay. Well, he's feeding the dogs.
Oh, okay.
And we're finished.
Oh.
But
Nothing for tomorrow morning.
Oh my goodness, brother.
then Saturday, Glenda will be going live at 2:45 my time, so 4:45 Eastern. And let's see.
3:45 my time. I'm
You
central.
have a live on Sunday, right?
Sunday, and I'm changing the time to 1:45 so that, because there's someone that goes live after me at 3 Central. So I'm going to do it where they'll have 15 minutes,
Okay.
be able to do some other things. I'm going to start going at 1:45 to 2:45.
1:45 Central.
Central.
Okay. 1:45 Central. Miss Rebecca will be going live. And then on Monday, I don't have anybody to interview. So Templin Acres, you're welcome to email me or fill out a form, or Bushycraft, if you're still in here. Bushycraft Cooks, Bushcrafty Cooks. Fill out a form, email me, whatever. I'd love to interview you. I do my interviews at 1 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Eastern. However, if that time does not work for you, I can pre-record the interview and then do a premiere on Mondays. I'm happy to do that for you. I haven't been going live on Mondays because I've not had anybody to interview. I truly, truly miss doing my Meet Me Mondays. I love interviewing people, and it is a lot of fun. We have a good time. My interviews are so relaxed, so laid back, and it really, truly is just a couple of people hanging out, getting to know each other, and a few of our friends eavesdropping. That really is what it is. So if you would like a chance to promote your channel through an interview, please hit me up. Please email me, fill out the form that's in my description on my channel. It's also in the description on every one of my videos, every one of my lives. You can find the link to the Google form. Very, very basic questions on the form that you can fill out. And I would love the opportunity to meet you, interview you, and promote your channel. And that's really what Meet Me Monday is all about. Let's see, am I missing anything? Glenda will be back here to co-host with me next week. And I want to thank Nancy and Rebecca for filling in for her the last couple of weeks. We've had a lot of fun pretending and being silly about them being Glenda. That was a lot of fun.
It is.
And I do really thank you for filling in and being here.
Not a problem.
So I did hear my honey sneak in the door, and so I am going to go and see how his day was. And we've got to take Ronson back home this evening. He was here to mow our yard for us today. And so I want to thank everybody that was here in the chat today live with us. And thank you so much, everyone who is watching the replay. Share this out and let people know about Talko Bout It Tuesday. We're here every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Eastern. And usually it is Glenda with Grace and Fire, who is my co-host. But occasionally when she can't be here, then I invite someone else to come up and be my co-host. And if I can't be here, then Glenda will invite someone to come in and be the co-host with her. But we always have a good time. We always talk about whatever happens to be on our mind for the day. And we invite you to come and hang out with us. And with that, I want to thank you for being here and being a part of Talko Bout It Tuesday. And we will see you on the next video or the next live and in a chat somewhere in Tuberverse. So see you next time. Bye, guys.
Everyone.